Is there a way of knowing? Is this one first because the arrow's on him? Top. Alright. Did I lose a scary Terry, by the way? I didn't even like notice. Oh. I literally was like not paying attention and didn't realize. Oh, Warkite Marauder plus Chain Whirler. At least I'm not the only one trying to live the dream was Chain Whirler. We have some Chain Whirlers interaction as well, but they're not quite as I think they are pretty ambitious. I'm playing Chain Whirler with statue. Alright, I think I'll lose too much tempo if I play a Gross Chamber. Warkite Whirler. I always trade there. Should I try not trading for a change? I usually do pretty good again red I think by trading, especially with two Guardians in hand. Maybe I should try not trading in that spot and see how things goes, get a feel, but it seems like trading's just so good. You were doing 50-50 at Mythic rank? It's pretty decent. I'll give it a try for a couple matches if I have if I might not have the Raider's probably a rare, right? They have one card left. I'll play Maddox first. Maddox discarding a Maddox. I don't know why I call him Rick's Mahdi. For some reason it's Maddox in my head. Sounds better. I guess Rick's Mahdi sounds pretty badass. Ugh. It's kind of an interesting spot. Draw two and then I take Infi. I have to play is attack and then cast a 5/5. It's pretty scary. That's not very scary. You don't activate that ability very often. Not in my experience anyways. So it's damage +2. So potentially a haste creature. Alright. It's kind of a risky attack because now a haste creature deals 4 damage. So if they have 2 bolts, that's 5, 10. If they have 2 bolts, I'm super dead. There's 1. That's 7 damage and other flame. I think they're dead on board, right? Oof. Close one. What's loot? Acronyms. What am I missing? Raids. If you attack with a creature this turn, you may have... I guess if I cut the blue, it kind of... Alright, well. I'm gonna cut the blue, okay, but... Want to tell me what I should try since I don't have all the blue cards, and I don't think they're... I know that's kind of the whole point of the deck, so... I'll play the Rigging Runners, though. I haven't played with Rigging Runner much. What should I play, Spartacus? Blue's the whole reason, but I literally have 0 rares, and I'm pretty low on golden packs. I mean, I could just spend $100 and have them and, you know, save it for later, but... It's just current mono red. That's a little, like... Has a whole pirate thing going on for it. Let's try... Let's try 4 Buccaneers. And how many cards is that? 56. Is Daredevil just the only other acceptable one? By far. Probably need a couple more pirates. Should I play Captain Lannery Stone? And... Well, Rowdy Crew? When Rowdy Crew enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards at random. You could just play another Frenzy, I guess. Red-black pirates? Nah. I don't think you gain enough. Maybe I'll cut a Chain Dad. No Lightning Strike. Rowdy Crew for the animation. Alright. Man. I hope I can break even with this deck. Play second Lannery Storm. Oh no, I don't have it. Now I understand the Marauder was the whole point, but... Let's try a little pirate action. Hey, Alex Magilton, who is the only red player to top 8 the Mythic Championship, only played oh god. Only played 3 Buccaneers. Rampage. Double Daredevil against Mono White kind of feels bad. Come on, land. Nice. I'm gonna shock it right away in case they have Trunel. Some real tough guys in chat. I mean, Fiery Candidate was just be game. Fiery Candidate would be pretty absurd. Oh wait, Fiery Candidate would do still nothing. Alright, in first strike we trust. Hey Adam, I'm just honoring a donation. I don't have to, but I don't know. It's kind of weird when people are like, here's my deck list, here's a donation, no pressure. I'm like, oh. It's a classic Wrath of Wrath move. Wrath of Wrath with tier 3 sub now. You tier 3 sub, you pretty much own me. Did I see the Grixis deck that 5-0'd? No. Does it just look like every other Grixis deck? Clunky as hell and can never beat Esper because you have like 16 billion dead removal spell? Congrats to the Grixis player. He got paired against creature decks enough times to get 5 wins. Wow, I still forced on your list, Dave? Feels like a free roll, honestly. Go ahead, move me to 5th. Sorry, Tom. It's all in good fun. Can I live if I do that? 5, 9, 14. Oh, alright. Well, we mulligan and we drew like all our bad creatures in the matchup. And then I moved from 11 to 4th. Oh no, I mean, there is kind of an explicit price. I've said it before, it's like 20 for subs and 30 for non-subs for donation lists. I don't know, I felt like trying like little pirate, little buccaneer action. Try a few different cards, why not? Mess around, who cares? See, so it means they have shock in hand, right? Oh well, this is getting shocked 100% because they could have that priority, right? I need to work on my timing game. Get reads on what my opponents could have. I'm still supposed to play the scheme game, right? Even though I know they have shock. So now I know they have a lightning strike or something. But once again, it like doesn't matter. They should have a burn spell 100% of the time. Wait, no, wasn't there like a little timing where it paused? Oh, maybe that Pyromancer, and they saved it so they could go Pyromancer Skewer? No, that makes no sense. I don't know. Wow.
I'm donating for you to play good decks and actually try to win this tournament so we can see pigeons spammed everywhere.
Alright, deal. 20 bucks donation, Adam. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the donations, bud. Doesn't really matter, right? Alright. No more messing around. Let's try and get to Mythic. Looks like we're probably going to win this game. I guess it could go off. Wow, never mind. Back to even. Actually, I'm behind. Am I behind? Let's see if we can get luckier. What's the deal was number of lands people are running these days in in red. I was watching like Christian's Hawk stream just before I started my stream, and Show was in the chat too, and they seem to think like 18 lands was enough for 4 Frenzy version. I don't understand why you would only want 18 lands in a Frenzy deck. I mean, I understand the shuffler and such, but don't you still want to... I mean, you usually want to hit free lands on turn 3 100% of the games, and usually 4 lands on turn 4, right? They're like, what the... That was unfortunate. I'm not even sure why I'm attacking, by the way. Doesn't seem especially good. I mean, I get that extra treasure, which is probably going to be relevant at some point. Oh no, never mind. Okay. You can actually cast that Score to Critics. I forgot. Oh, can I? Oh no, I don't have Spectacle, right? Never mind, I didn't have Spectacle. Why not take Shock? Yeah, I forgot I was going to get a treasure. The Pirates have not been very impressive. I'm guessing the blue splash would have not helped me a ton in the red matchup. Oh, Rampage. We just played, right? Thanks for the follow, buddy. All these Hearthstone players, they're coming for us. They're pretty good too. Rigging Runner, All-Star. And even Lightning Strike in the upkeep. Alright. I don't know about the whole pirate strat. MTG player from a while ago, we actually cube drafted together at a house in Vegas 10 years ago. Sick. Which house? Was it when I was staying was maybe the year I was staying was Irvin? No, I mean could be, I guess. That's a lot of damage. Hopefully we're playing against... I'm not even sure what I want to be against with that hand. Esper is in... I don't have the worst hand against Esper. The Rifkins? They had smelly cats everywhere? Oh right, I remember that night actually. That was pretty... That was fun. That was pretty fun. I have what... I was playing a bit of Esper earlier. I was doing okay. I played against a red-green deck though. They had Rhythm of the Wild and it demolished me. I felt like it could never beat that card in a million years if it stayed in play. Alright, I think the play here is attack. And then I think I want to grow in the upkeep. But last time I did that, they didn't even have a removal spell. I consider Hearthstone to be a low point of my card gaming career. I've never played Hearthstone. Seems like a good game though. Alright, seems like a pretty good turn to play play rhythm. You don't let them chemister. I don't add more to the board if they have wrath, but I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to save it this way I can go rhythm into guardian if I draw a land. I don't know. Now they might go Teferi. I guess if they go Teferi minus, have a haste creature. I feel like I'm sequencing decently, but at the same time, I'm like, am I really? You know, it feels like pretty borderline. This is not a tricky one. They didn't really play like they had cast down, so we'll see. Looks like they have something. I'm getting kind of blown out left and right. That's not bad for me. It's not great though. I got greedy. I'm just playing too fast, I think. I'm not even sure I'm playing that poorly. Just a lot of tough decisions. This decks only play free Kai'Azrath. I mean, if you want to go down to one. Whatever, I'll let them flip their landing. I wish there was a replay on I wish they had replay. I wonder if that's in the... Have they talked about having replay on Arena? I'm assuming not, because it's probably like huge load on the servers, but that would be nice. Did I see Cunio's ultimate Tezzeret Krill matchiness? No, I did not. And 5/4/5 in Mythic was a jump mid-range deck that drops Chain Whirler statues to statue. It's a more planeswalker build that also runs 2 main deck dress and 3/4 B-Devil. So you have the combo in your deck, or you don't have it? When you say drops, does that mean you don't have it, or it means you drop it on your opponent's face? So it's like this deck but mid-range? So I don't think I'm in a hurry to... Well, that made no sense. Should I play Lieutenant and then go next turn Pelt Collector or Rix Mighty probably? I might want to save Rix Mighty for... Let's see the Cuneo. Isn't he Mythic too, or is he just playing that in non-ladder games? I 3/4 Bedevil. So you're playing kind of Golgari, but you're splashing red for Bedevil. What other red cards do you have, Spencer, in your deck? Well, do I even want to use that just for free too? Probably, right? I think it's decent rates. I mean, they're never coming back. I don't think they have a game. I don't think they have a deck that comes back from that can rebuild. I don't know. Maybe I'll get punished and they'll drop some like really good creature. I think it's worth it though, trading that card for their 3/2 right away. They're super low. The mana for this John Chainwhirler is questionable, and I don't think it's worth it. The mana in this deck's actually, I'd almost be tempted to say really good. Direfleet, Daredevil, Angrass, Cindervines in the board. Yeah, well, I'm not that interested in in decks that need a sideboard to be competitive in some matchups, but... So you're basically playing like a mix between Golgari and Rakdos midrange. And I'm not too sure... I don't think you're going to beat the red decks or the white deck. I don't know, it sounds like a deck that might be good once you have a sideboard, but sounds like kind of a pretty bad game one deck to me. What was the cheese? That was Esper, right? I feel like I have kind of all good draw steps at least. Lands are good, cheap creatures are good. So Gab, my GF's best friend has her 30th birthday on March 23rd, and there's a Mox at 7 a.m. the next day. They're gonna want to go out drinking very late. You ever been in that spot? I've played exactly one tournament severely hangover, or one major tournament. I played a GP in... Actually, I've showed them that. It was a GP... Where was it? Eastern Europe somewhere. And we went out drinking, and we got so drunk. And I was badly hangover the next day. It was sealed deck, and it was awful. Every decision, it was like a hate. It was like every time I had to close this decision, like especially back in the day, I knew when I had made a mistake, I knew right away. I could always tell, when I had made the right play and I had gotten unlucky, and when I had made a mistake. That day I had no clue. I was like, I don't know, maybe it's the right play, maybe it's not. After the fact, I was like, it was bad. I did not make day two. Antoine Ruel, though, he was just got as drunk as me. He XO'd though. It was no problem for him. I was impressed. I was really, really impressed. So I don't know, man. Up to you. Well, what's the Mox? What's the format of the Mox? I think I just play lands because of Rick Smarty. It's a sealed monthly, wrap sealed. don't know. I don't know. I would just play it by ear, honestly. See how you feel. Just, I don't know, just do something that you're not gonna have any regrets, or I don't know. What's David D? Just do a drunk tournament. Alright, we need him to draw a lot of search for Escanta. Definitely a matchup where D's not being like Collision Colossus or even Lightning Strike kind of hurts you a decent bit. Boop boop. This is the rhythm of the wild, my world. Oh yeah. Man, I feel like this never happens with Rex Mighty. I play 4, and I feel like I've casted Spectacled like 3 times in like ever since we started playing that deck. Hey Mason, we're playing the combo with Chain Whirler, and the card has honestly been pretty serviceable. You know, it's a like expensive Dark Banishing, but it takes care of any creatures, takes care of enchantments. It's a nice combo. It's pretty rare that the mana poops on you. I was thinking about that deck the other day, see if you could cut the black, but I couldn't really figure it out. Plus, Overgrown Tomb is kind of actively good in this deck because it's a green land that makes green turn 1 for Pal Collector, and it makes Dragon Skull Summit come into play untapped. Because I was looking at the mana, I was like, why don't I just cut all the black cards? You know, I cut the Gutter Bones, and then, you know, I can cut the Overgrown Tombs and make the mana better, but then I was like, oh wait, Overgrown Tombs is actually kind of sweet in that deck. It's gonna feel real bad if I play the Gruel Breaker and they have Essence Capture, but I mean, Pal Collector into Rixmuddy is kind of underwhelming. Maybe not though. Tough. What to discard? Kind of want to discard Chain Whirler. It's kind of sketchy to discard Chain Whirler though. I understand what Chain Whirler does. Understand it grows Pal Collector, it lets me attack into a Djinn potentially. Alright. Oh yeah, I didn't play land yet either. Forgot about that. That makes discarding Chain Whirler a tiny bit better. Double Tried says, just played Two-Headed Giant sealed with a bunch of university buddies. Arena getting people into the game. That's awesome. Alright, I mean, it's not great, but it's something. Is doing that better than pelt collecting and drawing? Yeah, good point. I honestly didn't even consider, because I pelt collector and I draw a card for free. Instead of losing a pelt collector or losing a pelt collector for... Honestly, even having drawn what I drew, I'm not convinced my play was better. I think I might have messed up. Going wide is pretty sweet this game. They have dive down and I'm in a bad spot. Alright, no dive down. Nice. Yeah, I think I messed up. I'm throwing 2 cards for 2 more cards. So in one case, I have 5 2/2s in play and a card in hand. In the other, I have 2 2/2s in play and 3 cards in hand. Obviously, gonna block. If they have... I mean, looks like they have Merfolk Trickster. Wait, what did he have in hand? Just dive down? Trickster? Blank? Melody? Melody though is just stolen Phoenix. I guess they're just doing that because it's their only play. Free spells. Well, lots of Terrys, but they're not very scary. Thankfully. Oh, garbage. What did I cut for Rhythm of the Wild? I think I cut it Darefleet Daredevil. Yeah, Darefleet Daredevil would be kind of whatever right now. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 15, but I have a blocker. Should I play my Phoenix first? No reason not to play it first, right? Am I ever supposed to play a slow game here where I just keep 2 Phoenixes back and then... No, because... No, I don't think so. Bears don't do much for us, Logan? I thought Bears were pretty reasonable. I mean, 5 2/2s is pretty wide, and then they have to keep their chin back, and... How many spells do they have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're in pretty good shape, right? I think I messed up, Logan. I'm pretty sure I messed up. That I would have 2 Pelt Collectors still in play. I would have drawn Phoenix, my Pelt... I mean, especially the way I drew 2 Phoenixes, meaning my Pelt Collector would have been 4 4s over the next 2 turns. That's like insane, right? Yeah. No, I didn't... The reason I made the play I did is because I straight up forgot I would, you know, just kind of Brick's Mighty would be my last card in hand, and I would draw an extra card. Wait, what? I don't get it. Depth Trickster? Why did you ever make that attack? I would have Charter Course. Oh. Huh? Oh, for Curious Obsession. I'm dumb. 3 Phoenixes. This game's kind of funny. Yeah, they attack just to keep an extra. They wanted to have 2 blockers with 5 toughness. That was a correct play by them. Phoenix is out of the wazoo. Yeah, I mean, look at this army of giant monsters. I can't believe I didn't think Terramander was the nuts at first. There was legit a period of time where I thought Terramander was like a marginal upgrade to Mistcloaked Herald. In my defense, it was also a time where I was just playing Infinite Harpooners in all of my decks. And I was like actively happy when people had Terramander and not Mistcloaked Herald on turn 1. But yeah. Chalk this one. Put that one in the wrong column. In the being wrong column. Yeah, when I said Hour of Devastation was gonna get Gearhold banned or something, that Blue-Red had all the answers now, and it would just dominate Standard, and it was just like one of the worst cards ever printed. See, that's why I can never do a podcast. I don't know how these people do it. They go on, they talk, they seem so confident in everything they say. I'm just here feeling like I'm wrong like 100% of the time. It's okay to be wrong. Oh, I know it's okay to be wrong. As a person that streamed and done 2 podcasts, it's all about having no shame. Yeah, I don't not too shame on my stream. We're here to, have fun, learn together from mistakes and stuff. You didn't kill the. Oh, that's why that's why they scooped. They didn't kill the one they targeted. I feel it. I feel them.
8 months of free ride.
I'm glad you think so. Glad you're enjoying the stream, Hangover. Thanks for the resub. It's not in the French phrase to speak with confidence, dude. That's where you're wrong. The French are arrogant AF. You couldn't be further from the truth. How do you recognize it when it's the window of order targets? No one really knows. It's a gamble, Mazur. It's one of these arena features. I think that's like maybe my biggest. What are they playing? Ronaldo is probably going to be pretty nuts against them, but discarding a Phoenix feels kind of bad. You know what they say, no gamble, no future. It's probably a horrendous play. 4/4 on turn 3 is probably just... Wait, what? Oh, you're just severely mana screwed. I think that's my biggest beef with Arena right now, is the whole blocker ordering, knowing which creature is first in blockers and stuff. Maybe I should let them know. We do already have 3 spells in the yard, though. It's kind of scary. Discard the land? Yeah, that would be the real greed. Yeah, this is just amateur hours. Man. Why do I get punished every time? Well, I definitely don't want to give my dudes haste. I know, wrong one, but Liz didn't know what dabbing was. Oh wow, I forgot that that was a card in the format. All this game's clown show. Every time I get greedy with Rick Smiley, I get punished. You'd think I would figure out there's a pattern there, but apparently not. Alright. I think I would have definitely had a shot if I had discarded the Phoenix. That was shameful, honestly. That's push-ups. Alright. Need a push-up cam. Yeah, I should probably order. I want to order a couple webcams, like Wi-Fi webcams. Because I'm going to have little pigeon soon, little baby pigeon on my balcony. And then we can have also the push-up cam. What's the push-up? The push-up is when we lose a game that we punted. So there needs to be a punt involved, and that results in a lost game. Gonna get tripped? Oh yeah. So you plan to punt enough that you need a separate camera for it? Have you watched the stream before? You've been around Helsing a tiny bit? No, maybe not. Maybe not that long. There's a lot of punting. Basically made it my brand. Matty Ice. Pretty sure Matty Ice Grinder. I don't know who it is, but they've been around the block once or twice. I always play Gruul here instead of Chain Whirler. I think Spellbreaker is better. So they have nothing. Looks like they're horrendously mana screwed. This deck's pretty good at punishing blue-white for not having the right spell at the right time. Am I impressed with Spell Collector? I wouldn't say impressed, but I think you need it. I think it is a pretty big deal, you know, if you can have a 1-drop on turn 1. And sometimes it's still reasonable on turn 2 or on turn 4 when you're playing 2 spells. I would not say impressed, but I would say it's good. I know a lot of the versions play Gruul Gilgate and they start their curve at 2. They play 4 shocks. I'm not sure what's better, honestly. I haven't played a ton of the red-green deck, but it seems like people are doing good with it. It's almost kind of awkward if they double block. Not pumping is bad if they have Chain Whirler, but I think I'd still rather just have a Spellbreaker out, because now they get to trade 1 Firebrand for my Gross Chamber Guardian. But given that I have Lightning Strike and then oh wow. Well, that could not be right. I think they must have missed it. There's just no way, right? So if I play that, they're just going to kill my Gross Chamber Guardian. I get to attack for 4. It's not the mana efficient play, but I believe it is the right play. That was so greedy, right? Not using Firebrand there. Any good chef in chat? I want to make vodka sauce, but I only have gin. Well, gin sauce tastes good. Huh. I don't really cook with wine. Can't you? I usually Google stuff up when I don't have the proper ingredients to see what a good substitute might be. I'm sure you could Google. Let's see. That's a little experience. Replace vodka in vodka sauce? Question mark. Does vodka sauce really need vodka? It's not exactly clear where I put all vodka. Let's see what they say about vodka. The alcohol molecule bears some resemblance to a sugar molecule, and indeed it has a slightly sweet taste. At high concentrations, as typical of distilled spirits and even some strong wines, alcohol is irritating and produces a pungent, hot sensation in the mouth, as well as in the nose. Its chemical compatibility with other aroma compounds means that concentrated alcohol tend to bind aromas in food and drinks and inhibit I don't know. I don't have time to read everything. Let me know though. It's kind of interesting. You get into the like cooking at a molecular level, I guess. Very fancy. Was I dead on board if I played Chain Whirler first? That's 2, 6, 7. No, that's them down to 1. At 13. They're at 3. Alright, I'll pay 2. I don't think they can deal 11 point of damage. I'm guessing you can deal 11 point of damage if you stack the top of your deck. You know, if you stack the top like 6 or 7 cards, you probably can with Steam Cannon, Shock, and all Skewer the Critics or something dumb. Not today though. Not today. Vodka substitute cooking. When a pasta sauce recipe calls for vodka, is there something else that I could use as a substitute, or should I leave it altogether if I don't have the vodka? Red wine, sherry, or vermouth all works. If you don't want to use anything alcoholic, just skip that part. Vodka could be important for pastry, but not for sauce recipe in your case. I know this, I mean, I just make like, we have a pretty simple but good marinara sauce, and it uses white wine. Final boss, we're one off. Alright, the real folk blues. Thanks, bud. See you later. I'm getting stuck in gold 1. Does not help that I only play BO1 since I do not have enough cards for a sideboard. Dude, you just came second at a GP. Spend that $100. Honestly, it would probably save you some time. It's probably plus EV for your life, and to just, instead of, yeah, I mean, best of ones. If it makes you feel better, I was stuck at platinum, at bottom platinum for like over a day, I think. I was playing a lot of Sultai and Golgar, and it was not going well for some reason. Seems like there's a lot of people who did really good, but mostly was straight. I still don't understand why. I mean, I could see why it's better, why Golgari is better than Sultai, but I still can't believe it's that much better, that people are doing just so much better with straight Golgari than they're doing with Sultai. But I noticed that Show was doing really well with Sultai too. Alright, you know what? I'm not gonna be... I mean, this is so brutal. Wow. Rewarded. Okay, maybe I'm just supposed to not get greedy. I did it. I said I was not gonna be greedy anymore. Apparently, Arena's giving me positive reinforcement. When is the invitational? In 20 days from now. You needed that money to pay rent? Wow. You're back against the wall at the GP? You spend your last money to buy the bus ride over there? Your last $5 to get that the force hardened scale you were missing for your deck, and you were all in on the tournament, and you would have been like eating ramen for the next 6 months if you hadn't won round 15 or whatever. Is that what's going on here, Yama Killer? Jeez. Oh, I'm glad you got there. I didn't realize times were that rough. Am I getting... Is Fade in chat? They just straight up did not play formation on their turn? Okay. Wow. Pretty sick play. Judge? My opponent's creatures have 0 toughness and they're still in play. I don't understand what's going on. Are we opening a few packs if I win the Invitational? Alright, honestly, I was all in good fun, yeah, like Claire. I didn't really like. I hope you're. I'm assuming you're gonna be fine. I hope that wasn't too insensitive of me. I can block here. And then I can take 13 and they have a flyer. That's not exactly optimal. Or I can do that. I feel like I need to block a bit more than that. Alright. I guess Unbreakable Formation was just not doing that much for them. Oh, maybe they just watched the stream sometimes and they know what I had in my deck, so they knew what could potentially happen. Can I get aggressive here? Not really. I was bad-mouthing the Sky Marcher Aspirant. Not the best draw. Not too sure how I win this game. I'm kind of stuck. Missing on +1/+1 counter damage and flipping landing seems a little suspicious, not gonna lie. Yeah, I agree. I'm also extremely suspicious, but such is life. Alright, I guess I just say go and hope I draw a Phoenix. Or at least a lightning strike to buy myself a tiny bit of time. You did it on my turn? Did I make a difference? Oh, a tie sticker, wow, yeah. Good catch. I mean, be like Logan, wow, Arena. Gross Chamber Guardian is bugged. Bugged! Alright, I'll have to wait a bit. Definitely that Unbreakable Formation play felt pretty bad. And that's really what sucks, is that either they made a really good play and I'm like, you know, questioning their morals, when maybe they just made a great play, you know. So it's like, you know, either you're right or you're really, really wrong and being completely unfair. So it's not a great spot. Just shrug it off. Need to be better at shrugging off ghosting. Oh, potential ghosters. I don't know if it's fine to be cynical. You know, just mention it, joke it, and move on. Not like, I was like, you know, kind of not really letting go. Maybe give people the benefit of the doubt and assume they're not idiots. Well, there's a difference between making like a good but fairly, you know, straightforward play and just kind of making the play he made. I wasn't even paying super attention. Maybe like casting Unbreakable Unbreakable Formation on their turn was like not especially good, and they were trying to just get more guys in play. Wow, Spellbreaker is just so good against. Where can I find the deck list? I'll update since I was gonna be like moving, like switching from decks to decks, but this deck's so much fun to play. It's been pretty good too. I haven't kept track exactly, but I'm definitely winning more than I'm losing, which is not bad. Alright, I guess you just jam another one and hope they don't have Absorb. And if they have Absorb, you cry. I was listening to Jerry T's podcast and they were talking about dead cards. I think playing the first one over Insight number 4 is probably bad, especially in the Esper heavy metagame, and I think it's actually better in best of one though, because I think there's probably way less blue decks in best of ones, and And that card's just so awful against Spell Pierce. I guess your whole deck is awful against Spell Pierce, so maybe that's not the greatest argument. I think this, especially with all the red-greens, honestly, with all the red-green decks right now, the card seems fairly well positioned. When I see precog in best of one, I just wonder how much you're sacrificing the mono-red matchup. I disagree. I think precog, I think I'd rather have a pre. Actually, it's maybe really smart in best of ones. You wouldn't rather have one precog and 3 canisters if you were going to play against red? Pretty sure I would. Six, 8, 9. I'm going to play that pre to see how much damage I need to deal to Teferi, and then I'm going to do that at them, Gruul at Teferi. This way I can just safely pump my Spellbreaker because it has hexproof on my turn. So this way it's a pretty safe target. And if they had counter Chainwhirler, I would just use both to... I'd be very tempted to play some number of Bellhaunt and ask for best of one. Yeah, I was listening to I don't listen to a ton of podcasts, but I guess it's just... I'm not in the habit to. I've been I listened to the SEDP podcast where he had Alex Magelton, who just made the top 8 of the Mythic Championship on, and Alex was saying that Lyra is like, you can kill it, especially his version. He had Colossus Collision thing in the sideboard, but still, and you can double burn it. But he said Bellhaunt was actually kind of a bigger deal. Speaking of Lyra, this is definitely like a best of one tweak blue-white Lyra main deck. Most red green decks have Collision Colossus. I'm definitely paying a hefty price here. My deck's pretty weak too. I mean, I guess I do have... That's another reason why this card's okay. Like, helps me deal with random Lyras and stuff. Kind of baited. Not really. I mean, my play was 100% correct using... And they had the negate anyway, so... Oh, time for chat to help me out in my testing. Who's been watching a lot of the other qualified players and can tell me what they feel has been good, etc.? I can actually get some damage through. They soak up 5, gain 5, and I have 12. I mean, surely they have a cast down in here. Or at least an absorb or something. I'm just gonna see. Let's see what happens. Logan says literally not a single person has won a single game. I mean, I could move in, and if they don't have cast down or moment of craving, I just win. I have Exacxes. What if they have a removal spell? Kill one, eat one. I still get damage through. Alright. Fuck it. I don't think this game's getting better for me. I'm probably gonna get wrecked, but even if they have a removal spell, I still get damage through. Wow, well, I guess I win. Because these guys have hexproof. Unless they have Moment of Craving and they messed up, but they can still live by casting Moment of Craving on a chain work. Math is for blockers. Duke told us how much he liked that saying. What did Reed say? Do you think he had Mortify and he just misclicked? This format is pretty bad, to be honest, so not surprised people do not know what to do. Well, I was gonna say, I've seen I think Huey is still not mythic. A lot of the MPL players are still not mythic, but I think they're probably just gathering data and trying all the decks and getting a feel, and they don't want to give too much away. Also, yeah, ranking up in best of one's really not easy. Reed said it's the easiest to piss. No, I mean, I'm kind of, I definitely have my pet peeves and stuff. I have a few, probably a few too many. Not gonna lie. Cuneo broke it. Check his Twitter. Is it the Tezzeret picture? He just said you love that sing and agreed with it wholeheartedly. As in, he agreed was how I feel about it. That math is for blockers is nonsense. It just kind of sounds cool. That's pretty scary. It's gonna suck if that's. I mean, even if that's Chupacabra, it's might still be ahead actually. How much would we have to donate to choose your mythic invitational deck lists? I mean, are you submitting reasonable deck lists? Why Darby had success brewing was Path of Discovery. Maybe give it a shot. I was thinking about Path of Discovery. That's actually what I played 2 PTs ago. I played white-green, white versus Walker. Path of Discovery was white Memorial and March of the Multitude, etc. The deck was really bad against Jeskai. I think it was Jeskai Control at the time was the control deck of choice, and it was really bad against Esper. It was good against Green-Black. It was surprisingly good against Drakes, but I think that was mostly overall. It's really bad against Mono Blue. It's probably good against Red. Why did I decide not to build that deck at all? I think it's just I figured the Esper matchup would be abysmal. I'm the best deck builder in the world according to Huey. I don't know. Maybe that was maybe true 10 years ago. But well, look at that. Huey was right. I've never known Huey to be wrong, to be honest. A Zony Path, try it. I mean, if you have a list, I'm all about Path of Discovery. So they can't even block profitably? Oh, they were just dead on board, never mind. All I had to do was... Oh, they just gave up? Oh, no, never mind, they didn't give up. That Banefire. I can cast X spells, right? Was Exile target instantly. You may cast that card and spend mana. Yeah. Whatever. Squiddy. I don't know who Squiddy is, but... Oh, we're mythic! Nice!